Please here, and welcome to the Sparks Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
And what's happening? Cool. What's going on?
I yelled bobbity boo and I spooked my wife.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's not good. Did you apologize?
No. I haven't had a chance yet. I've been doing the podcast, but I will.
Yeah, make sure you didn't be like, hey, I didn't mean to bobbity boop you. Hey, good morning to Colin. He says, morning, gentlemen, watching live. Good morning there, committee chair. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Pike. How are you, sir?
Good. Yep, good day. Good day. How are you?
Just having a great time here alone in the studio by myself. Just having a blast. No one came in at all. No one's here.
I texted you.
You texted me. Yeah. My wife just came in like it was goddamn Mission Impossible. It was so funny. She opened the door. She started crawling on the ground, not to be seen by the camera.
That's nice of her. Oh, she's trying to avoid being on camera. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she was being like trying to be courteous of the noise.
Yeah, she did text me. Is the laptop cord downstairs? So there you go. All right. Well.
Okay.
Both of our wives have been affected by the show this morning. So there you go.
What just an inconvenience for everybody.
An inconvenience for everyone is right. Hey, welcome to the show. It's a comedy finance show. It's two things that probably shouldn't be combined, but we do it daily here. Every morning live, youtube.com/SparksRadio, 8 a.m. We did kind of a secret pre-recorded show last night. I'm feeling it this morning. It's like, it's too many shows. I'm seeing you. More importantly, you're seeing me too many times, Pike. This is an overdose.
Yeah, I think I see. Well, I think we see. For me, anyway, I probably see you more than anybody else. Not even kidding, because I don't see anybody at work. So it's you and me. It's weird.
I'm so sorry, dude. I
went years without seeing you at all, and now it's like, wow.
It's a lot.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. It's a lot. It's too much for me. I don't even like looking or thinking about myself this much. It's a little bit. I will say this. Today's show I'm excited for because we got some hot news, man. It's about cryptocurrency. Coinbase. We're going to be talking about it. It's going public today, so we're going to be chit-chatting about Coinbase. Ooh. And also, I'm going to drop down. Dude, look, we're going to drop down an affiliate link in the description below for something called BlockFi. So if you are in the crypto world, you're going to want to hear about BlockFi. This is something that I do participate in. Plus, I am... I did have money in my Coinbase wallet. I no longer do because I've put that money over into BlockFi. So I'll tell you all about that coming on up here. But I just want to, full disclosure, I have used Coinbase and I have used BlockFi. So there you have it. I will tell you all about that kind of stuff coming on up here in the show. Plus, we got the news that matters. I'm looking forward to that one. But Pike, let me introduce you. That's at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. He is not a financial advisor, not a financial professional, just a nuisance to his wife at 8:19 in the morning, just scaring the living hell out of her every single Tuesday.
At least it was to say Wednesday. Bobbity boop. At least it was important.
I am at Sparks Radio on all social media. Also, just completely annoying my wife in the morning. She texts me. I don't see those texts. There's like a printer down here. There's a computer in the background, a guitar case. It's becoming a collection zone of just cases of stuff, just crazy. But I am also on social media, not a financial advisor. children screaming in the room next door. It's chaos this morning. It's absolute mayhem in the house. Everyone's excited for the IPO of Coinbase.
I don't know much about it. I'm excited to dig in.
I can't wait to dig in. We can't dig in, though, Pike, until
Yeah.
I ask you this.
Okay.
If I asked you to scat this morning for 30 seconds, could you do it, and what would it sound like?
I sort of already did scat.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
What comes after bobbity boop?
Skibbity scab. Scat, skitty, bubbity, badabada, booda, ba, 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 skabba, badabada, boo, ba, ba, da, da, ba, skibba, ba, ba, skibbity, bidda, That's about I couldn't go 30. I don't think I got 30 in me.
I think that was 30. It was 30 in my mind. And it was a lot of skibbity bops. I didn't expect all the skibbities.
Well, what else would you say?
I
I know it's called scat, but how often do you say scat? Let me hear yours.
Skibbity da da doo, la dee dee po po, scabbity boop bop biddly doo, shlabbity dee pockety loo. I threw some G's in there. I thought there was an
Yeah, I
L,
don't know.
maybe.
I don't know what the policy is for scatting. what syllables are allowed?
You're right, though. There's a lot of S's and K's and B's and P's.
I think so. I guess got to be it. Huh? Well, you sounded good.
Hey, thanks, man.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, really good question to start. I'm finished. Let me ask you this.
Oh, yeah, please.
Hey, sure. You ever been bitten by a snake?
No.
Ooh, not the answer I wanted.
I have pissed off a snake where it bit a shovel of mine.
Oh, okay, so it tried.
It tried to.
Attempted murder.
Yeah.
What kind of snake?
I don't know, man. It was about 4 feet long. It was black. It was pitch like midnight black. This thing. It was a cool looking snake, and it was in Ohio. I don't think there's any venomous snakes in Ohio. And what ended up happening was I landscaped for a number of years. So I was landscaping, and the snake underneath this like front fence, there was like this mesh kind of chicken wire type stuff, and the snake crawled through the chicken wire trying to get through, and it got stuck, and then it tried double backing and then got more stuck through like another hole. So this thing was all twisted up in this netting, and I thought it was a fake snake because, you know, there's like kids' toys in the front yard. I'm picking up like a tricycle and a fucking kickball and that kind of stuff. So I'm like picking up these toys. There's a rubber snake. I pick it up, not knowing that it's attached to this mesh netting. And then it starts like freaking out. I was like, wow, what the hell? Right? Like, oh my God, it's a real snake. Because it was it's in there. What?
I would have to be so sure that it was a fake snake. Why are you just grabbing this thing?
I've never seen a snake this big in Ohio. I've only seen like little gardener snakes, but I've never seen a pitch black. It looked like something from like, you know, the dollar store. You know what I mean? It was like coiled like an S, just sitting there. It didn't move. I thought it was just, they shoved this snake through the hole. You know, these kids, whatever. Dude.
If your reason of grabbing it is, that's the biggest snake I've ever seen, it can't be real.
Yeah, that was it.
That's not enough for me. That's the scariest, most fucking venomous looking snake I've ever seen. No way it's real.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That's 100% my logic.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, so I jumped about 6 feet in the air. I did not expect that. Guy I was landscaping with, Francisco, thought it was the funniest shit he's ever seen in his life. So I was like, all right, I got to save this snake. So then I get like these little clippers, like pruning shears, and I start cutting away the netting, the mesh netting, away from this snake, right? And it thinks I'm like trying to kill it. Well, I step on its head gently, you know, because I need both hands to hold the netting and like clip the netting away from its skin. I don't want to do it. So I step on its head to hold it down. And I hated that, obviously. So it's like freaking out and squirreling all over, getting more tangled up. It takes me like 25 minutes. I'm like terrified. I'm chopping all this netting off. I get it out. I have a shovel in my hand because I scoop up the front with my shovel and I take the back tail with my hand. It's like that long. I feel like fucking Steve Irwin. You know, I'm picking this thing up.
Jesus.
And all of a sudden it just grabs right on the front of the shovel. It's like just biting the hell out of it. I was like, damn. Ah! You know. So I'm like freeing the snake. I take it back to the woods. I take the shovel and I kind of like fling it with the tail into the woods. Dude, that thing comes beelining straight at me after I'm throwing the woods.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I start running, right, as it's slithering right to me. Well, the only thing in front of me where I run is the fence. So I jump over the fence and the thing gets caught in the net again. And I was like,
oh, no. Now you know how we got here.
yeah.
Jesus.
So I go, you know what? That's on you, you dumb thing. And I just cut off a big chunk and I took the snake and I threw it in the woods it was still attached to the netting. I'm like, deal with it. I'm done. You try to attack me, try to do it. Yeah. I hope it didn't die. But at that point,
I probably just wanted to say thank you.
dude, it was still hissing at me. It was still it was biting the shovel. It was gross.
Okay, well, you did a lot more for that snake than I would have.
Yeah, I thought I did my due diligence, and then it's too dumb to know, you know?
How fast is a snake? Can you outrun snakes?
Yeah, I did. I'm not a fast person.
Okay.
Snake.
Maybe it was a
speed.
slow snake. That's
Let's
just,
see.
I would like to know. That
A
info.
Sidewinder can go 18 miles an hour.
That's still like, we could, how fast can you run? Can't Saddam
Hussein can run 27
how
miles
fast
an
is
hour.
he?
No,
He
Usain
can.
Bolt
And then
can run
Usain Bolt.
27 miles per hour.
Okay. Well, we got to be able to run like 20, right?
Like
we had to?
Nick Chubb in the NFL this year, he ran 24 miles an hour.
Okay. Okay, at least right around 18.
I'm thinking we could go, we could go 18, right?
Yeah,
Full out
yeah.
sprint, 18 miles an hour.
Not for very long. But
No. Look at this. Ohio is home to 3 species of venomous snakes.
Is one of them midnight black with a tendency to get stuck in fences?
I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. How many pop-ups does this website have? Anyway, disgusting. Eastern copperhead. Massasauga. Ugh. You know what it's called? The black snapper.
Oh, you found it. Does it look familiar?
It says the bite is seldom, if ever, fatal to a healthy adult. Although the venom is highly toxic, a typical bite does not deliver large enough quantities to be lethal. This is still a venomous snake, however. It should be treated with the utmost caution and respect. Its colors vary from gray to brownish gray. And sometimes the species are almost entirely black. This is it, bro.
That's the one.
It was venomous. Oh.
Dude, you almost died. Trying to save a snake. Don't save snakes.
Dude, terrifying. All right, well, there you go. Have you ever been bit by a snake?
No.
Doesn't sound like you like snakes at all.
I don't think I've ever held a snake. Remember, like as a kid, people were always flinging them around and like they're toys. Get the hell out of here.
Flinging them around.
Yeah, they would just hold them and then just look at this. It's just I caught a snake, Dad. Like, not me. Never.
No, snakes are terrifying. Not a
One
fan.
time we were on a golf course as kids, and there was like all of a sudden a bunch of little snakes, and my friends started chopping their heads off with their golf clubs, cutting them in half.
Aw. I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty messed up.
That's
I don't like snakes, but also it probably says more about the person.
Yeah,
Doing that.
exactly. Yeah, that's terrifying. All right. Well, there's one
I'm
way.
finished. I'm all wrapped up.
Horrible humans, myself included. I should have saved that snake one more time. I should have said, But at that point, I was like, Darwin, motherfucker, trying to eat me. I'm gonna, what are you?
No, yeah.
What are you gonna do? Now I know it's venomous. Oh, even more terrifying. All right, well, there you go. Look, make sure if you're here, you hit the like button. That would really help us out. I really do appreciate it. If you're on Apple Podcasts, if you could you give us a rating? Could you leave a review? We are supposed to be doing. It's already Wednesday, so tomorrow I gotta get the common investing. Let's do some common investing tomorrow. So you got one last day to get some comments in there. Common investing. We would absolutely appreciate some comments over on YouTube or a review on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. We're going to take your review. You just give us 5 stars, say whatever you want. And what we'll do is we'll read it back here on the show. It's a segment we call Comment Investing. I'm looking forward to doing that. Now, real quick, Pike. Well, does your news that matter have anything to do with a certain vaccine or no?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so let's quickly talk about this before we get to Coinbase IPO. Pike, are you worried that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the one you got, has been put on pause?
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like I've been having a blood clot since I read the headline yesterday. That's who I am, though. I freak out about this stuff, so it was really unwelcome news. Yeah, of course, the one I decided to get.
And that's the funniest one because you had the option to get a different one.
Yes, and that's how it goes for me. Like, oh, you had 2 choices, and guess what? You fucking picked wrong. Now you might die.
You're not gonna.
But
die.
I understand. It's 7 people have had these blood clots out of 7 million. So it's still unlikely.
Yeah, it's
still not.
It's like winning the lottery type numbers. It's not going to happen, dude.
Well, tell that to the one girl that died.
That's true. Yeah, that's awful. But come on. That's like, tell that to the one lady who got hit by a bus in the crosswalk. That's like the same, I bet you have better odds at that than you do in the fucking vaccine.
Right. No, it's, of course, blown way the hell out of proportion by everybody. And it's for them a real, like, see, I told you.
God, those are the worst people.
I know. I could not read the comments on any of this stuff. Because, they told us, they did all the research, and they found that this was going to happen.
Worst people.
Yeah, dude.
Those are the worst people.
So you still feel safe over there with your Moderna?
I do, yeah. The 21st is when I'm getting that second vaccine, so the second shot. So we'll see how I feel. Everybody I've talked to that's gotten that second dose, aside from my dad was perfectly fine. But that second dose, man, just have wrecked people. I'm like, oh, no, right? So we'll see. Actually, Greg, happy birthday to Greg, by the way. Greg Salerno's birthday. But he felt fine, too. He had no side effects. So,
well, I think you'll be all right. But I thought I would be all right, and I was not. All right.
Your wife was fine, though.
Yes. Yep.
So that's 3 people. Okay. So 3 people I know that have been totally fine. So hopefully I'm in that camp. We'll see what happens. Let's talk about money, though. Let's talk about Coinbase. Have you ever heard of Coinbase before?
No, I probably heard of it. What is Coinbase?
Coinbase is a company that you can buy, sell, and store cryptocurrencies. So it's like a digital wallet as well as a marketplace for cryptocurrencies. So like when I went on, I'm not a huge fan of Coinbase. I feel like there's better marketplaces to buy cryptocurrency. They have, in my opinion, the fees are high on Coinbase, but it is quite simple. So it's a company where you can just go, hey, Pike, you want to go buy some crypto? You're like, yeah. You download Coinbase. It's an app. And then all of a sudden, you go on there, you type in your financial information, and now you're wheeling and dealing in the world of crypto. You can buy crypto, and they're like, hey, do you have a wallet? And you're like, I don't even know what that is. They'll teach you what a wallet is. They'll store your crypto for you in your digital currency, that kind of thing. So it's like, oh, wow. It's pretty great, pretty easy. That's Coinbase. And Coinbase is going public today. It's hitting the NASDAQ, and it's going to be, I would say, it's the largest cryptocurrency company that deals in cryptocurrency that is going public. So a lot of people are saying, dude, this is going to legitimize cryptocurrencies. It's here, everybody. Cryptocurrencies. The world is ready. So everyone's kind of treating this like, oh, shit. And if you think that this is going to be some small company, oh, it's just an app, you're fucking wrong. This is the crazy part of it, because they're speculating. We'll see what it goes for IPO wise, but they're saying it's going to start at $250 a share in its IPO, which is quite low, is what they're hinting at Coinbase is going to be offering at. They're saying more along the lines of $334 a share. I've seen all this kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens here for the stock price of Coinbase. The company itself is speculated to be worth $70 to $100 billion, which would put it in the top 85 most valuable companies in the United States.
Damn.
Like, holy shit. Whoa, that thing's coming out of the gates hot, baby. Whoa, we got a hot one here. So this is no small company because they're dealing with assets. Now, they did say, look, the value of the company is very closely tied to the value of Bitcoin. So depending on the value of Bitcoin, it'll generate the value of the company very closely. And it just so happens that yesterday, upon news that Coinbase was going public, that Bitcoin hit an all-time high of $63,000 a coin, which, by the way, in January was $33,000 a coin.
Every time I say, God dang it, I missed it. It's too late now. You find out it wasn't too late. You should have done it then.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
I got to drink more water. Oh. I'm a coffee man. Ugh.
So do you think it's too late now?
Personally, I don't think Bitcoin is done at all. Remember what Kathy Wood said? Kathy Wood from ARK Investment. Kathy Wood, what'd she say? Kathy Wood said, let's see, Bitcoin. She said how much money? We just were talking about that. She said cryptocurrency's market cap well beyond $1 trillion for Bitcoin. So, like Bitcoin right now, market cap of Bitcoin, I think, is over $1 trillion. She says that is absolutely nothing compared to what it would be. So I guess we'll find out what she says. She says, I'm trying to look for an exact number here. Ten-year, so she didn't say. Here we go. Bitcoin's price. Institutional allocations could impact Bitcoin's price by $200,000 to $500,000 a coin. So, according to Kathy Wood, who's CEO of ARK Invest, she's saying $200,000 to $500,000. Now, Kathy Wood, if you don't know who she is, we were talking about her in a previous episode, she's been on the money with Tesla. She predicted that. She invests in only companies that disrupt other like marketplaces. and she's big into Bitcoin. They just bought more Bitcoin. So that's one person's opinion and my opinion of Bitcoin. I tend to side with Kathy Wood on this one, and I would be siding against the pack because 74% of professional investors see Bitcoin as a bubble. But look, I like Bitcoin personally because it's a finite thing. There's a limited amount of Bitcoin, right? There's only going to be 21 million coins ever released / mined to the public. So then from then on, you're going to be just dividing up these coins. And 18 million of them have already been mined. So you're looking at a finite thing, right? And due to the blockchain, every coin is accounted for. You cannot fake or manipulate it at all. 21 million is 21 million. And therefore, the further you divide these coins, the more they're going to be worth. The only drawback I see, which again, I don't know the technicals of it, but only so much information can go into each block that goes into a chain. And these miners are the ones that organize and complete transactions that go into the block that get recorded into the blockchain. Well, the more people that use Bitcoin, the longer it's going to take for transactions to be recorded into the blockchain. This is how my brain works, and I could be completely wrong. So the more people using it, the more transactions, the longer it's going to take. If I don't get instantaneous transactions, no one's going to use Bitcoin to buy shit.
Okay.
I mean, you can hold on to it because it's going to be worth something. But if you want people to spend it like money, if you want people to spend it like cash, then it has to be instantaneous. Right? It has to be like I swipe my credit card or I hand over a bill. And right now, it's not. Right now, it can fluctuate. And they prioritize the miners, the people conducting these transactions into the blockchain. Miners do two things. They mine for cryptocurrency, which means they solve math problems and they get rewarded in the coin itself. And then two, they upkeep the blockchain. They upkeep like all the transactions and the data and all that kind of stuff. They do that, and they get paid for that in crypto. So that's the incentive to do that. And they're going to prioritize, in my opinion, they're going to prioritize the transactions that give them the most money first. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do 10,000 little transactions in the blockchain. If I could just do one transaction, this guy is a whale. He's moving $1 billion. I'm going to do that one first because you know what I mean? I'm going to make more money. Again, I could be completely wrong on this. This is my understanding of cryptocurrency. If I am wrong, please let me know at Sparks Radio on all social media. I would love to dive deeper into this. But as far as my dumb brain can comprehend, that's what this is. So they got to figure this out. And that's where Ethereum comes in. That's where all these other cryptocurrencies are trying to, they're trying to expedite that process, where Ethereum isn't like actually transacting from one account to the other like Bitcoin. Ethereum is a contract saying, I own that in that account. So they're called smart contracts. So it's more instantaneous. It's a faster thing. That's Ethereum. But there's not a limit on Ethereum. They can just create Ethereum on a thin air. Here's more.
You're right. There's not a finite amount like Bitcoin.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
what about Dogecoin? Is that the same? Is there a finite amount of Dogecoin?
No. Dogecoin was a meme joke that someone created in like 30 minutes. And it's taken on a life of its own. It's unreal that there's honestly a couple billionaires in Dogecoin right now, which makes zero sense. But no, they can just create more Dogecoin whenever they want. And I don't understand. I don't get Dogecoin. I mean, it's a fun joke. Throw some cash into it.
I saw one buddy who's all in on it. was just hyped. For the last day, it's just been climbing. And I guess it just hit 15 cents.
Which is
and
nuts.
Yesterday, I thought it was crazy. It hit 8 cents yesterday.
It was nuts when it hit 1 cent. It was nuts when it hit 1/10 of 1 cent. It was nuts. Like, what are we doing here? What's happening? The fact that this thing is worth real money, 15 cents, unbelievable. Yeah. People bought that when it was like 1,000th of a cent, 1,000,000th of a cent. People were buying it. That's why there's millionaires and billionaires in Dogecoin, for God's sakes. It's like, the whole thing is unreal. 15 cents. I did not know it got up that high. That's unbelievable.
Damn. So if you did get it a fraction of a cent, you're multiplying money like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, imagine
right?
if I took, if I got it at, even if I got it at 1 cent and I put in $1,000, you just 15x'd your $1,000 because it's at 15 cents.
Right. Well, it sounds like even in the last day, it's almost doubled, just at that shit.
Yeah. Imagine doubling your money in one day on Dogecoin. Right. The whole thing is bananas, man. Bananas.
Unreal.
But the Coinbase thing, a lot of people are skeptical. These professional investors are skeptical of Bitcoin, of cryptocurrencies. They don't like it. And there's a part of me that goes, dude, do you not like it because it's not what you know? And it's also you haven't figured out a way to monetize it just yet. And then once you do, then it's going to be, it's fine. It's other people making money besides Wall Street. And now here it comes. Now Wall Street can make money on cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, via Coinbase IPO. And we'll see how legitimate this comes in. And it's pretty interesting. One thing I did want to bring up, though, real quick, was there is another app. It's called BlockFi. And this is a partnership with us. We do get to wet our beak a little bit if you sign up for BlockFi. But if you have cryptocurrency, and this is how I use it, okay? And I can recommend it because I do use it like this. So if you have cryptocurrency and you're like me and you bought some cryptocurrency as an investment, not cryptocurrency as a currency, you're not just buying and selling it, whatever. You're actually holding it there as an investment.
Yeah.
And you don't have any plans to use it. What's cool about BlockFi is that they offer, it depends on what kind of cryptocurrency it is, but you can get interest. They'll pay you interest on your cryptocurrency. So essentially it's like a bank, but it's not a bank, but it's like a bank for cryptocurrency. So BlockFi, you give them your cryptocurrency, you hold it there. They're going to take that cryptocurrency and loan it out to people looking for money, for loans. In return, for my Bitcoin, I'm getting 6% APY on my Bitcoin right now, which is like unreal. I mean, that obviously is subject to change and it can fluctuate, but right now I'm getting 6% interest on my Bitcoin, and I'm just, otherwise it would just be sitting there. So not only is my Bitcoin growing in value, which Bitcoin just hit a new high, right? $63,000 yesterday, but also I'm getting an annual interest rate of 6% on it, which is, I mean, the high yield savings account right now is 0.5% that I have. So you're looking at 0.5% or 6%. It's a hell of a way to earn some quick cash and interest for nothing. You know what I mean? Just sitting there. It's great. So if you are interested in this and you have cryptocurrency just sitting in a wallet somewhere and you want to put that money to use, definitely check out BlockFi. The link is in the show notes and description. Click on that. Again, we do get to wet our beaks a little bit with that if you sign up, which is cool. But I'll tell you that much. It's an affiliate link. Check that out. BlockFi. The link is in the description below. It is legit.
Well, it seems like a no-brainer. I'm just learning about BlockFi now, and it seems like something you should do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Plus, I like that wet beak thing you said. Get
Yeah.
Get these beaks wet.
Let's get those beaks wet, bro. Check it out, though, if you're interested. If you're like me and I was like, man, I can make money on top of making money, then BlockFi is a good way to go. All right, let's get to the news that matters.
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters. Holy shit.
Well, here's a financial predicament a woman found herself in. 33 years old from New Orleans. One day, she looks in her bank account, see how broke she is, when she realizes that there was $1.2 million in her account. Now, she's thinking, what happened here? Did I get a raise at work? Did somebody gift me this? Turns out it was accidentally deposited in there by Charles Schwab, the investment company, and it was there by mistake. So she's got herself a little dilemma. You know, what do you do with this $1.2 million? Do you say, hey, bank, this is a mistake? Or do you go do what she did, which is immediately buy a car, buy a house, and then transfer the money into a separate account?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And boy, she was living it up for a while. Eventually, as you know, she bought it, if you're wondering, it's a Hyundai Genesis was her car of choice.
Economically,
Charles.
Very wise, very smart. She's like, look, it'd be too obvious if I bought a Benz right now, so I might as well go with the.
So Charles Schwab figured it out, and they tried calling her, and she just was ignoring them. Then the police get involved. So she had a chance just to be like, hey, sorry, I'll give it back. Now the police have arrested her for theft, bank fraud, illegal transmission of monetary funds. And she has no legal claim to the money, according to the sheriff's department. They said even if it was put in there by mistake, it was an accounting error. It's not hers. So now she has to pay it all back. And they say they've managed to retrieve 75% of it, which 75% of 1.2 mil, you're still missing a few $100,000.
Yeah, interesting.
That she's going to have to come up with. And from the sounds of it, she don't have it.
You know, I love the fact that she gets arrested. I mean, don't get me wrong. What she did was wrong. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say I would have done the same thing. Because they're going to find out. They're going to catch it. But, I mean, you got to think like Charles Schwab's at fault here, too. They throw her in jail or they prosecute her and they ruin her life. It's like, dude, you dangled $1 million in front of a person's face and you're prosecuting them. Like, what about the people who dangled that carrot?
Exactly. Yeah. It's interesting because I know it's morally wrong, but legally there's just money in your account. Like, it's interesting that who are you responsible for like knowing where that money came from? Like, what if you just didn't even look at your balance? You just decided to go buy a house in cash and hopefully it goes through.
I know.
I don't know. I just
Here's
feel like
what you
legally,
could
I don't know
do.
if it could hold up.
Dude, yeah. Well, what if you took out the money for like one day and then you threw it into another high interest account?
Mm-hmm.
And then it gained interest in that one day. And then you you skimmed off the interest, you put the money back into your account, and then you go, hey, Charles Schwab, I got there's 1.2 million here. And you just pocketed, 50, 60 grand. Wouldn't that be something?
But that'd be brilliant. And I don't know if that's what she did do when she moved it to a different account.
No,
but yeah,
she didn't do that.
be...
Dude, she bought a Hyundai Genesis. There's no. She just transferred the money. She's like, oh, this is mine now. And yeah, dude. Like.
God, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah. Could you imagine, like right now, you take that 1.2 and you throw it into Coinbase's IPO, and then you pray that it goes up, or Dogecoin. You just pray that Dogecoin goes up 1 penny. And then you return it the next day, and you just made so much cash, dude.
That would be the move.
Oh, here you go. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know. It's back.
Well, you don't even have to return it. Just pray, like, every day that goes by, you're making more money probably. So just hold off, stall as much as you can.
Yeah, but you still could lose a copious amount of cash. Unless
that's part of the risk, isn't it?
What would you have done? Would you have let them know immediately, or would you have?
No, I would wait till they figured it out. I mean, I would prepare myself to give it back, but I would definitely try to do things like we just talked about.
You would? You would take that money out of that account. I wouldn't touch it. I probably wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't have said something, but I wouldn't have touched it. I would have been like, that thing is fucking nuclear, bro. I'm not going to go anywhere near that thing.
Yeah. I definitely would have like gone to, ATMs all around town and like withdrew $20 at a time and left the receipt in there. So, like ever get money and your friends are behind you.
Yeah.
You just leave the receipt in there. So
yeah.
Hey, check out that ledger balance. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's incredible. What a great story. Thanks, Pike. I have a little news that matters
welcome.
today as well. It's about Tesla. You know how much I love Tesla.
Oh, you love Tesla, yeah.
And I'm a shareholder of Tesla. I just want to, that's for SEC purposes here. So I'm not going to say, but one thing.
Say your little thing that I love.
No, I'm not going to say it. No.
Come on, say it. You're so proud. Come on, let me hear it.
Stop.
I want to hear it.
Look.
You don't.
I don't own a Tesla.
Own a Tesla.
I own Tesla.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Pretty cool. No, what they did is they just put out a new update for their cars, right? It's kind of like updating your phone. They just push it out over the air, and you get in your car, and there's a new update. Well, the new update apparently contains a hidden little, I don't know how we know this thing. How do people know this? But if you hit a button in your car, you can talk to your car and give it voice commands, which is pretty dope. Well, turns out, if you say open butthole to your Tesla, the charging plug opens up.
Oh. Of course. Is that just Elon Musk dicking around?
Yeah, it also says open bunghole. You could say that too. That also pops up. So, and there's another, but here, look, let me get this video. Let me get this video off YouTube. This guy, here he is showing it. Shout out to Alex Kovacevic. Let me grab this URL. I'll show it. When he did it on this video, it opens up his glove box. So who knows what's going on here? But a lot of people are trying it. What a weird command. What a weird update for Tesla to push out. Speaking of pushing out. All right, here we go. Check it out.
Open butthole.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. Pretty wild.
Well, where's the anus?
99% of people are.
Shut it. Yeah. So what do you think? Is it in the glove box or is it in the charging plug? Some charging plugs are opening up in the back of the car. They kind of hit it in one of the tail lights, which is pretty dope. But also the glove box is opening up. So really strange, dude.
Well, the butthole feels like it'd be in the rear where the charging port is. So maybe that. But glove box, I don't know. A lot of shit in there. A lot of loose shit. And if you put your hand in your own ass, you might just find some loose shit. So
it's a great way to end the show right there. I love it. Make sure you're following this guy on all social media at Pike Taylor Radio. He's a great man. He's a great follow. He's also on TikTok, if you consider that social media, which I guess it is. I'm at Sparks Radio. Hey, how are you? Give me a follow, DM us, and if you could, leave us that review over there on Apple Podcasts. Hit subscribe over there on youtube.com/Sparks Radio, and thumbs up, likes, 5 stars, the whole thing. Anything you can do to help out the show, we really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend as well, all right? If you could, tell a friend, send them the link, just text it to them, be like, yo, bro, here you go. And if you want to consider joining the
Patreon.com/SparksRadio.
You get all kinds of bonus content. We do 5 on Fridays. It's basically a separate podcast altogether that we put up there on our Patreon. It's a funny one. We bring in comedian Greg Salerno. It's a fun time. We answer 5-year questions, 5 on Friday. It is a fan favorite. So we do that over there on our Patreon, plus a bunch of extra bonus content. So anything else, Pike? Any last words?
No, that's going to be all for me.
Throw it over, motherfucker.